Do you impress yourself or do you disappoint yourself? I was just doing TikTok live, doing some push-ups, and some guys were like, man, dope tattoos. Man, awesome tattoos. Man, those tattoos look insane on you, man. I'm like, it's not the tattoos. It's me. Now, before you're like, man, Alex, it's pretty egotistic of you. Listen. I told him if I was some skinny guy, if I was just some skinny guy, like I was at one point, 125 pounds, if I was just some skinny guy who wasn't really motivated, who wasn't driven, who didn't wake up early, who didn't eat 4 or 5 meals a day, obviously because I'm skinny, who didn't run his own business, who didn't help people, who didn't motivate people, I would just be some guy with some tattoos on his body. Truthfully, I told him it's not the tattoos that are cool. It's that I make them look good because of my character. And you got to understand, if you're not following me on my TikTok, I go on TikTok live every single day, 8 a.m. Eastern time. My TikTok handle is the Alex Duenas, the same as my YouTube. All right. So I go on there every morning and I cook breakfast and we hit them with the motivation. So if you watch my YouTube videos, just know Monday through Friday, I'm on there 8 a.m. Eastern time. And I'm dropping bombs. I'm dropping gems. Because when you're different, you're better. Remember that. Different is better than better. And so I'm always dropping some motivational stuff, especially after my morning routine, with the wake up time, praying, workout, first meal, and then walking my dog. My mindset is sharp. So I was telling them that you have the opportunity. How do you want your character to be like? Imagine this is your character in life, because we're spiritual creatures and living in vessels. Okay? Once I die, my body's still here, but I go somewhere else. This is just the skin that I'm borrowing, and I happen to be taking care of it my way. And so when you look at your character, I want you to ask yourself this question. Are you impressed by you? Do you impress yourself? Right? Well, how does someone impress themselves? Well, I impress myself every single day I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, you woke up again. Ah, motherfucker, you woke up again. I impress myself when I do these burpees and these push-ups. I impress myself when I stay away from my vices, which my vices would be like the lusting of different women. When I go a full day of working on my job, ignoring the lust, I'm very proud of myself. I'm impressed. I'm like, good job. You see, when you take a back seat and you watch yourself on a daily basis, well, first and foremost, when you recognize your vices, I already know what my vices are. I've done enough self-awareness. I've had enough self-awareness to understand what my vices are. So that's the first step. Figure out what your vices are. What is it? For men, look, there's not that many different things you can do as men, okay? For men, it's lusting of women. It's pornography. It's eating food. It's being lazy. It's not working out. These are all different vices. So which one is it? Is it smoking weed? Is it the alcohol? The first step into improving the quality of your life, improving yourself, is figuring out, okay, let me be real with myself. At least let me be real with myself and write down my vices. What are they? That's the first step. So recognize what your vices are. Once you have that, now you have a list of the challenges you have on a daily basis. Right? So now, if you look at these challenges, these vices, okay, all right, I'm not going to do this today. I'm not going to do this today. And sometimes what's helped me out is making a promise to God. God, I promise you I'm not going to do this. And because I'm so close to God, because I spend every single morning with him, that promise means a lot to me. It's my word. So when I do get the urge to sin, to lust, I remind myself of who I made that promise to. So I don't go download the apps. I don't go and start texting girls. I go back to my job. I go back to work. And so recognize that first step into and being impressed by yourself is just doing the things that you know are causing you to go backwards. If you make it to the end of the day without smoke, whatever your vice is, whatever it might be, think about your vice right now. Mine was watching porn for a very long time. If you go a whole day and you don't do it, and you go to bed, you're like, man, I didn't do that today. That's impressive. Because it's your own journey. It's your own journey. And so much of us are so focused on, I need to do more, I need to do more. It's not always about doing more. It's about doing less of the things that are causing you damage. So that's step one, is to take a back seat and look at all your vices. Write them down. All right, I do this. I do that. Just be honest. You don't have to show it to anybody, but just be honest with yourself at least. Then once you start training yourself, because that's what it is, it's mindset training. Once you start training yourself not to do it because you're saying no to what you used to say yes to. Now you're training your mind. I had a guy ask me today, Alex, what's a good book on mindset? I'm like, you want a good book on mindset? I'll give you the best book on mindset. The best one yet. Wake up every single day at 3, 4, or 5 o'clock in the morning for the next 90 to 120 days. Don't miss. And he's like, well, why is that 90 to 120 days? Because out of those 90 to 120 days, I guarantee you like 90% of those days, you're not going to want to wake up. And you're going to learn to train your mind to say yes to what you must do, not what you want to do. Mindset training is training your mind to say yes to what you must do and no to what you want to do. You can't read about that. I just gave you the answer. No book is going to train your mind to make the hard decisions. It can give you a different perspective. But sitting down on this couch and reading a book, well, you got to make sure when 4 o'clock comes around, you got to say yes. Okay, I'm ready for that. You got to go in there and practice. So remember, you want to impress yourself, start by doing by having this checklist of, this is what I didn't do today. I didn't do this, I didn't do this, I didn't do this. Oh, fuck yeah, I'm proud of myself. You start doing that, what you end up building is more self-respect. Because the longer you go without doing the self-sabotaging vices, the more respect you build. The more respect you build, your urge to do them goes down. Your urge to self-sabotage goes down because you kind of give yourself a winning streak. We all love a fucking winning streak, right? No, I'm like 3 weeks without having this. No, I got to keep going. Once you get that momentum, you're like, no, I don't want to relapse. I'm good. And here's the thing, you will relapse. It happens to me. But you will feel a sense of guilt that you haven't felt before. Because you realize, damn, like I was way better off by not doing it. And that to me is a revelation, like epiphany. I'm like, wow, like I did what I used to do on a normal basis, would smoke, jerk off, drink, eat shitty ass food. Now I did it. Now I feel like I just ruined my life. That's a good feeling. Because now you've been exposed to a better quality of life, the law of exposure. You realize that going without it gave you more than you ever thought you could have. It showed you that you can live without it. Start building that character by removing the vices, and you will impress yourself. Much love, fam. Peace.